Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. This is Jennifer. Welcome back to my sewing room, my friends. I do have a couple of fun things to share today. First up is another new blouse for me, and this is the same tunic pattern as the tunic pattern I showed you last week. I did use the neck that I created for the Jiffy blouse. I think that's what it was called, the one with the ties. And this was made out of a shower curtain that I thrifted probably a month or so ago. I used maybe a third of it to make this top, so I still have a ton of fabric left. This is 100% cotton. It feels more like a lightweight sheet than it does anything else. Absolutely perfect for garments. I love the way it worked out. It was really fast because I didn't have to do any piecing or rearranging or anything on this. It was all one solid piece of fabric. Again, I used my Simplicity's Simply the Best Sewing book that I have had my entire adult life. I bought it in 1996. That is the book that I used when I was learning to read patterns, and I was really just getting going with making garments and things like that way back in my early 20s. I definitely love this, and I want to make another one, but I think I will do a more rounded neck or maybe more square neck, because I really like the neck that I sort of had to make on the last blouse. So the V-neck is fine. I mean, I obviously, I'm the one who made it into a V-neck, so it is fine, but I did like the slightly more open neck, so I might do that if I do this again. In between other things last week, I was finishing up all the bibs that I already had fabric pulled for. So this is the last of the mask panel bibs. So we have a little hoodie zipper. This is meant to go this way as a mask, but I turned it this way so it looks like a little jacket, and then I put little cats on it, and then the back is red and white, and I did make this reversible. And then this is the only one I did that has text on it, which I thought was super cute. And again, I pulled all these mask panels out. I had thrifted them ages ago, and I bought a whole stack of them for $1, and then I had my kiddo go through and pick the ones they liked. And this is one of the ones that they liked. And this is leftover fabric from a pair of pajamas I made a couple years ago. I don't even know, 2023 maybe. So again, this one is reversible, and this one has the same fabric on the back. And this is the last one, which is a little tiger face. I love how he came out. He's so cute. All the animal faces just worked so perfectly for making these. And he also has a little pocket. All three of these are size 1 and up. So they're more for like a kid who's already eating solid food and sitting up. And you got a little pocket to hopefully catch stuff if it falls. I also got the binding made for the Pegasus quilt, but I didn't get it bound because I just didn't have the energy to work on something that big. So I went back to plan A, which was purple binding, and I ended up plundering my stash. So I had a little bit of fabric left over from the quilt that was already cut into 2.5-inch strips. And then I found 2 other colors in my stash that were similar. So it is actually 3 different colors or 3 different fabrics of purple. So they're not exactly the same fabrics, but they all kind of read the same, and I'm really happy with it. And I think once the binding is on, it'll look fantastic. Over the weekend, I did get out a little bit. My kiddo and I went to Ikea to look at baby stuff, which was really fun. And then just while we were browsing, I wanted to go look at their fabric because I knew that they carried fabric. I've looked at it before. It's mostly upholstery fabric. They did also have some white 100% cotton fabric and white muslin. And so it's the first time I've ever bought fabric from Ikea. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. So this is the 100% cotton white, and this is 59 inches by 118 inches for $15. So this is about $4.50 a yard for 59-inch wide fabric. This is the muslin, and it's the same thing, same amount of fabric. It just feels like cotton. It doesn't feel like upholstery fabric, and I think both of these will be good for what I want them for. I am going to pre-wash the white one because I would like to try to make another tunic. Hold on, let me grab a picture. So what feels like months ago, I showed you guys this picture that I had pulled out of a Coldwater Creek catalog. Not because I wanted this shirt, but because I loved the idea of sort of this dripping long embroidery. I do still like that idea, but I would like to do it with like this kind of top. So I'm thinking that white fabric with embroidery coming down the front. So I want to pre-wash it in case it shrinks, because garments are not the same as quilts. If a quilt shrinks a little bit, it gets crinkly. If clothes shrink, they might not fit. So I am going to pre-wash that. And then this is my goal for that fabric. The only other thing I have to show you guys, I have to spin around to show you. So get ready for this. So I'm hoping you can see this. These are hair scissors that my husband made for me. So those are 3D printed scissor hairpins that my husband made for me. So they look like this. He made me a couple different colors. So you have your scissor pieces. So I just put these in my hair like this, and then like a hairpin, and then it looks like you have a pair of scissors in your hair, which I think is hysterical. I had them a little more open yesterday when I was playing with them, and today I did them a little more closed. Just kind of depends on how they want to go when I'm putting them in my hair. I haven't experimented too much, but I plan to experiment a little bit more. So he made me a silver pair, the bronze pair that I'm wearing today, and then this like really pretty pearlescent green pair. This was actually supposed to be like a variegated color, but the variegation was too far apart, and by the time the scissors were done, they were still the first color. I'm fine with it. I think they're super cute, and I'm looking forward to wearing all of them. I would love to know what you guys are working on, so leave me a comment and let me know. That is going to be it for me. You guys have a wonderful week. Have a crafty week. Hug someone you love, and I'll see you next week. Bye. P.S. The Tomb Raider quilt along is still going on, so make sure and stop by fandomandstitches.com for that.